What is up, guys? Sawcasm here, and today I have for you guys a 140 kill and 3 death gameplay, and also a 135 kill streak. So I started off the game 5-3, like 2 minutes into the game, and it was an extremely slow start. That's the first 2 minutes I just completely cut out because I just, for some reason, just couldn't build up anything. But the rest of the game was pretty solid, and I finished the game with 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the clock. My team ended up, running the score down. So had I actually done well from the start and had the full time limit ran out, I don't usually like to speculate, but this could have been slightly better gameplay, so who knows what I could have done this game. But it's still pretty good gameplay nonetheless. 140 kills and only 3 deaths and a 135 kill streak, so still pretty solid. And this game is pretty much a lodestar beatdown. I get like 3 lodestars this game, and they just go to work. They go to town, and they do absolutely amazing this game. And this map is Turbine. It's extremely open. It's extremely good for kill streaks like Swarm and Lodestar, obviously, as you will see. And I'm gonna go over a little bit more in detail about score streaks in this video. But first off, I just want to say we hit 1,000 likes on my previous couple of videos, and we've been hitting it like so quickly. It's ridiculous. You guys are showing insane support, and like I've been saying, as soon as we hit 1,000 likes, I will upload a video like as soon as I can once we hit 1,000 likes. And I've been doing that, and it's working out really well. So my channel is really benefiting from it, and I think you guys are really benefiting from it. And so by me putting out obviously more videos when we hit 1,000 likes, so if you could just leave a like in this video, I would truly appreciate it. Once again, let's try to hit 1,000, and I'll upload another video as soon as I can right after we hit 1,000. And so yeah, here's where the streakage begins, the real domination. I get my first set of streaks, the Swarm, the Lodestar, and I start going to town. Now what I want to talk about in this video is some high score streak setups, and what I'm talking about is the setups that pretty much are gonna get you the most kills if you could get them. Now some people may still struggle to get these higher score streaks, and I definitely understand. It's not something that you could just do. You can't just all of a sudden hop into the game and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get 3 sets of these high score streaks. It just doesn't work like that. You have to have some certain circumstances that'll help you get it. Like, first of all, obviously these guys weren't the best players by any means, so that was a big factor in it, actually making my job a lot easier and actually getting the kill streaks. But obviously you have to be some degree, you have to have some degree of knowledge of how to actually build up a kill streak, and that's what I try to do in this game. I don't necessarily think it requires a ton of skill, more so than it does knowledge, just to know what to do, where to go, map knowledge, positioning, and etc. Of course, it does take a little bit of skill. I don't really want to get into the whole skill discussion right now, but my point is that there are a lot of things that you could do even if you're not the best player to build up a high score streak. For example, like, patience. I saw that the enemy team was starting to get wiped out of the C flag, but I didn't rush right in it. I kind of had a feeling that the spawns are kind of sticky over there, and that there was probably going to be a few enemies still spawning there, so I held off for a second, and my intuition was correct. And that was kind of something that you develop over time with experience and map knowledge, playing the maps. You kind of get a feel for where the enemy's going to be spawning and etc. So obviously a lot of this comes through just playing the game. But yeah, so as for the different score streaks that I like, the first basic score streak setup that I like, the high score streak, is the Orbital VSAT, Dogs, and Swarm. And I think this is the one that pretty much everyone tends to gravitate to on most maps. It's pretty versatile. It's really good on almost any map because you have the dogs that go in buildings and the Swarm that can actually kill people when they're on top of buildings, when they're outside, and does a really good job of that. So when you call them in combination, they are just the 1-2 punch. You can kill people in buildings, outside of buildings, everywhere. So the Orbital VSAT is a relatively low streak with hardline compared to the other streaks, and it helps you get to the next set of streaks, the Dogs and the Swarm, pretty easily. So it's good for that. And the next setup is the setup that I'm using here. I'm using the Orbital VSAT, the Lodestar, and the Swarm. This is my outdoor, large map, kind of wide open setup on maps such as right here, Turbine, where there's just a lot of open space, not so many buildings for the players to hide, and where your kill streaks can go to work. So that's where I like to use this, and obviously it worked out really well in this game, as you could see. And the last setup that I like to use is kind of a little bit different. It's kind of a really high score streak setup, and it usually can net you a lot of kills, but it's also kind of risky. It's the Lodestar, the Dogs, and the Swarm, and sometimes it's a little bit harder to get, which makes it a little bit I want to say, a little bit less appealing to some people because it is harder to get and maybe you can't get them as consistently as the first two setups. But at the same time, if you can get them consistently, sometimes it means that you can end up with a lot higher payout of the kills. So anyway, guys, gameplay is wrapping up here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's try to get 1,000 likes in this video, and I'll upload another video as soon as I can. This is a pretty good gameplay, like I said, 135 kill streak. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you hated the video, be sure to dislike it, leave some hateful comments, and unsubscribe. Thanks for watching.